Welcome to our January episode of A Pleasant View.
As we exit 2020 and enter into 2021, we're hopeful for a brighter future. Today's episode is filled with a lot of fun and some facts that we hope you enjoy. Every new year, so many people take it as a time to set goals for their life. These can be fun goals, they can be health goals, spiritual goals, financial goals, any type of goal that you wish to do for your life. A great way to set goals is to remember to set SMART goals. You want them to be specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and have a target time. These goals should be specific to you. Don't think what anybody else is doing, because your goal should be what you want out of your life. So remember to stay positive and have fun and set SMART goals.
Have you ever thought about transitioning to a new place of residence? How that transition would be, how to go about it? Well, we have Eric here today from Oasis Senior Advisors to give you some helpful tips about transitioning to a new residence.
Hi, my name is Eric Osheim, and I'm a certified senior living advisor and owner of Oasis Senior Advisors of Western Mass. As a senior living advisor, I help seniors and their families research, tour, and select the perfect fit assisted living, memory care, or independent living community for their needs. Since we're focused on the topic of goal setting, I want to share some advice about goals you should have to prepare ahead in the event that a move to senior living is in your future. Moving into senior living is one of a handful of really consequential decisions that you are likely to have to make in your lifetime. It's usually permanent and often has to be made in the midst of a very stressful situation like a medical crisis. So to help put seniors in the driver's seat and feel like they are in control of this important decision, I like to break down my advice into the 3 Ds: documents, discussions, and digging around. So first, documents. Do yourself and your family an enormous favor and take time now to gather important personal, financial, and medical documents together in one place. Documents should include things like information on income and assets, copies of insurance policies, bank and financial statements, beneficiary designation forms, contact information for insurance agents, financial planners, and attorneys. Names of medical providers, a list of prescription medications and any medical diagnoses you may have, military service records and discharge documents, and then copies of advance directives, so things like power of attorney, healthcare proxy, estate documents like trusts and wills, medical orders for life-sustaining treatment, and funeral plan wishes. Wherever you choose to keep all these documents once you've gathered them together, the critical thing is making sure they are in a secure place and that the important people in your life know where that is and are able to access it without any difficulty. The second D, discussions. This is probably the most important and definitely the most neglected of the 3 Ds of planning ahead. Make a plan to have discussions with your family now when everyone is hopefully in good health and able to participate, and you can express your wishes clearly and in detail. The kinds of discussions you want to have should focus on things like your feelings about staying in your home for as long as possible, about receiving care in your home, about making a move to assisted living or to a nursing home. Make sure they know how you feel about all of these possible options. Your intentions around your assets. What do you plan to use to pay for long-term care if necessary, and what do you hope to be able to leave as part of your estate? Geographic considerations. Do you want to stay close to where you live now? Are you willing to move closer to your adult children and their families if they live out of the area? Or do you have a whole other retirement destination in mind? What's crucial is to make sure that your spouse or partner, siblings, adult children, and any other important family members are involved in the discussions to avoid future conflict by getting on the same page about understanding and honoring your wishes and intentions. The last D is digging around. Use this time now when you're healthy and independent to do some digging around ahead of time about the various options that you have. Specifically, if you intend to stay in your home for as long as possible, which many people do, learn about services offered by home care companies. What do they offer and what does it cost? Visit or talk with your local area agency on aging like Greater Springfield Senior Services or West Mass Elder Care, and see what services might be available to you in your home as you age and your needs change. Speak to a senior living advisor to learn about local senior living options. Where are they? What level of care do they offer? What amenities or restrictions do they have? What do they cost? And very importantly, which ones are private pay only and which offer Medicaid programs for low-income seniors? Set up and take a tour now and start to come up with a list of preferred places. Take the communities up on their offer to join an activity or outing or come to lunch or dinner, after COVID of course. Talk to the residents of the community and their visiting family members if you're able to meet them to find out what life is really like in that community. Find these local senior living communities on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram and follow or like them. You will learn really valuable information about these communities, the kind of activities they offer, the events they sponsor, and help you understand what the overall vibe is at a particular community, which is very important. If you spend some time now creating goals around the 3Ds of planning ahead, you will find yourself well informed, well prepared, and in the driver's seat when and if the time comes for the fourth and last D in this process, decision time.
Why did the Easter Bunny go jogging?
Why?
Because he wanted to get his exercise? What do you call a sleeping dinosaur?
What?
Dino snorer.
Hi, I'm Mary Beth Dowd, and I'm the new executive director here. I just wanted to say hello to everyone and tell you how much I'm looking forward to getting to know you better when things start to return to normal.
Good morning, everyone. My name's Mary McNally. I'm the town manager in East Long Meadow. For those of you that I haven't met, I'm sorry about that, and that's partly because the beautiful Council on Aging building has been closed for now going on 10 months. I know it's an issue that is very important to all the people who enjoy the activities that are conducted there. I'm sorry to say that there is no date certain for the reopening of that building due to the never-ending power of the COVID virus. We're compelled to, in my view anyway, we're compelled to keep the buildings of the town closed until the spread of the virus is better contained and our population will be at less risk. But having said that as my opening, I did want to wish everyone a Happy New Year. I want to welcome Mary Beth Dowd, who's the new Council on Aging Director. I hope that many of you have at least communicated with her by email or she with you. Mary Beth is very dedicated and energetic about senior services and all things related to care of a senior population. We have a lot of activities planned for 2021. Several of them, we would love to have your participation either by phoning in or by attending Zoom meetings. The town has a grant for a master plan, and there's a steering committee that will be holding several meetings that will be advertised for you to participate about what you think is important for the town to focus on in terms of housing, recreation, open space, economic development, things of that nature. For those of you who have been participating in the community events for a long time, your insight would be very much appreciated. And for those of you who might be new to town, your perspective on what you think would be helpful to you or beneficial to your residency here would also be very appreciated. We're also moving forward with possibility of either a new high school or certainly a rehabilitated building. There will be a feasibility study about that project soon. We also have a bid out for a feasibility study for a new police station on Summers Road. That building takes a lot of abuse. It's quite an active place and needs some serious upgrades. So there's a lot of irons in the fire this year. I know you can't see us, you can't access Town Hall for now, but we think of you every day, and we strive very hard each and every day through all of our departments to service your needs. So if there are things that are troubling you or issues that you have, please reach out either to my office, the town manager's office, or to any particular department that you think can help you, and we'll do our level best to get a solution to your problems and your issues. So thank you. I hope you all stay healthy. Have a great 2021, and hopefully sooner rather than later we can all reconvene at the Senior Center and have a big picnic or a big celebration to celebrate the end of this virus control over our life. So thank you. Stay safe.
Now enjoy this musical piece performed by Campbell Schulz.
My name is Campbell Schulz and I'll be playing my favorite things.
Sheila from Heartsong Yoga here in East Long Meadow has given us some tips to de-stress throughout this new year.
Hey everybody, Sheila Magalhaes here, Heartsong Yoga Center in East Long Meadow, Mass. I'd like to introduce to you about a 5-minute session of yoga. Meditation, gentle movement, and breath work for stress reduction, relaxation, and to consider the theme of this month, which is goals. In yoga, we like to call them intentions. And take a few minutes every day to set some intentions for the day to bring in more peace, more joy, more love, which is the foundation of the practice of yoga. It's not about crazy shapes. It's not about putting your body in a position and having to hold it there. You don't have to sit on the floor, and you never have to stand on your head. Yoga is accessible to every body. And to make it so, I'd like to teach this session seated from a chair. So I encourage you to take what we like to call a comfortable seat. So when you come to a chair, the edge of the chair so that your feet are on the ground, rooted to the earth, settled here. Let your hands rest on your lap. I like to put one hand over the other. And lift your shoulders to your ears. Roll them back and slide them down like you're just trying to bring in some movement to the shoulders that often get stiff and tight and feel heavy. We always say when things are rough that there's a weight of the world on the shoulders, and the world has been very unsettled these days. So see if you can let some of that worry just fall away. Sit up very tall. And shift your breathing if you can, so that it's in and out through the nose. With a soft smile on your face, I like to call that a Buddha smile or a Mona Lisa smile. Let the breath be in and out through the nose, and we'll connect the breath with movement. So let your hands fall down alongside your hips. Inhale, reach your arms up, and then tip your head back and look up. Turn the palms down, exhale, let the hands reach out and over and down, breathing out through the nose. Inhale, bring the arms up. Reach up and look up as though you're meeting and greeting the day ahead. And exhale, let the hands reach out, over, and down. We call these sun breaths. Let's do one more. Inhale, reach the arms up. Just as far as feels right for you. If you're tender or sore in one shoulder, it might look very, very different. This is your practice. Let the hands fall away. We're just exploring. And bring the hands once again towards your lap. Take a big breath in. When you exhale, tip your head down so the chin rests towards the hollow of the throat. And feel that little stretch down the back of the neck. And then bring your head up so that you're looking straight ahead. Turn your head over one shoulder so that you're looking out of the corners of your eyes. Continue to keep that nice tall spine and the breath smooth and even. And then go to the other side. And we practice bringing attention to the present moment so that you're not worrying about what's in the future or what's in the past. And you try to stay aware of what's happening now as you bring the head forward and drop your head down. Lace your fingers behind the back of your head and lean in. The theme of this month is goals. The word we use in yoga is intention. What is something that you would like to bring into your life? Use the practice to create more space for it. Keeping the fingers laced, lift your head up. And when you think about your goals or your intentions or your aspirations, visions, or dreams, imagine that you could see yourself right now living in that way. Stretch open the chest, stretch open the heart, looking up towards the sky. And then bring your gaze forward. Stretch your arms up overhead, reach and reach and reach, and then flip the palms over and stretch back up. As you press up through the crown and press down through the feet, feel the space around the heart, the fullness of the lungs, fully oxygenating with every breath you take and moving that life force, oxygen, and energy through the body as you open the arms out to the side. Take one hand across and over to the opposite knee and then look over that opposite shoulder in a twist. Thinking about making room and space for what you want in your life, imagine clearing the things that no longer serve you, so that this twist is a way of squeezing out anything that you're ready and willing to let go of. And then come across and over to the other side. And the body loves the squeeze. The spine loves the squeeze. It brings lubrication, fresh blood supply, and fluids. The internal organs love the squeeze because better digestion, when you get these kinds of movements, we know that movement is medicine. Better digestion means better health. Come back to the center. Bring your hands together at the heart. This is called the Anjaline Mudra. It's a symbol of deep respect for yourself, for others, for those you love and care for. And bring in a sense of gratitude. What is something that you are grateful for right now in this moment? If you like, you could close your eyes and tune your attention towards the heart space and feel the fullness of your heart. And set that little intention for what you need, what you want, what you love, and what you would like to see blossom and grow in your life. And then breathe away expectations and trust that things will unfold exactly as they should, in the right time, for the good of everyone involved, yourself and others. Take a big breath in. Exhale audibly. Let your hands fall down. And complete your practice by sitting quietly for just a few more moments as I take myself over to click off this little video, and I hope that we get to practice together again. Do gratitude practices, set intentions daily. Bring in more peace and love and joy. Have a wonderful day.
The East Long Meadow Recreation Department recently just put up an ice skating rink here in the center of town. We're going to now hear from Jordy, who is Deputy Director for the EL Rec Department, on how they put this all together.
We were on a meeting with our Recreation Commission, and they had the idea of putting together an ice skating rink. And we went to our town manager, and we vigorously started putting together a plan for the rink this summer. And we were trying to figure out what we were going to do to get it paid for, and that's where the idea of a completely sponsored ice skating rink. It's going to be free this season to use. We wanted to give people an opportunity to be outside of their house and just give them an extra activity to do, especially with COVID and everything going on. It's just something else for the community, and I think that's one of the main goals that we brought it especially this year, but we're definitely going to be using it in years to come, and it will be a great addition to the community, and we're very excited about it. I just want to give a shout out to all of our staff that made this possible. Our director, Donna, for being a very big part of this entire thing. All of the sponsors and the Rec Commission especially, and the Town Council for their support, Public Works, and the accounting office, and any other town office that was involved. It was amazing to see all the support that we had from the community.
The Pleasant View Senior Center and the East Longmeadow Emergency Food Pantry would like to thank all of you who have donated to this cause for the town of East Longmeadow. For the month of February, we are going to be entering in all of those individuals that make a donation into a raffle, and they will win a East Longmeadow Pantry t-shirt as well as a $10 gift card for Big Y. Thank you again for all of your support.
Here to tell us about social isolation and some steps you can take to combat it are Tori and Erin from Glen Meadow.
Hi, I'm Erin Kobler. I'm the Director of Community Care here at Glen Meadow. I'm here with Tori Dearborn, the Director of Sales, and we're here to talk to you a little bit about social isolation.
And for those of you who don't know about Glen Meadow, we have independent and assisted living apartments at our campus in Long Meadow. And we also have our home care service, Glen Meadow at Home, which is in the greater Springfield area.
Thanks, Tori.
So Erin, tell us a little bit about social isolation.
So social isolation has a little bit of a negative connotation. So we think about it as disconnection. Really, it's not connecting with your community in a way that you used to. So you might see a neighbor who used to be able to go out to the senior center for lunch, and now she can't because it's closed. Or the other neighbor who's stopped driving and now has no ability to get to doctor's appointments or make the other connections that they used to. So it's really just a lack of meaningful connection with others in the community.
And tell us a little bit about the Neighbor to Neighbor program.
The Neighbor to Neighbor program is interesting. It was a grassroots effort on behalf of Glen Meadow and other agencies in the greater Springfield area that were really concerned about the effects of social disconnection amongst the community. We match trained volunteers with people who are feeling disconnected and build friendships that way.
Great, Erin.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a great program. Really, it's very easy. If you have somebody that you're maybe concerned about, please feel free to give us a call here at Glen Meadow, or your local senior center. Even Greater Springfield Senior Services can connect you to somebody who can reach out to that person. And we're always looking for volunteers who are willing to become neighbors with people in the community. So let us know if you're interested.
Well, Erin, thanks today for talking to us about the disconnection in the Neighbor to Neighbor program. And we'd also like to thank the East Longmeadow Pleasant View Center for having us today, as this is such an important topic.
Thanks, Tori. Thanks, Pleasant View.
Grab your pen and paper as we now hear from Sherry Mayer, Sales Director at East Village Place, as she gives us a delicious recipe for our new year.
Hello everyone, it's Sherry Mayer again from East Village Place in East Longmeadow. We are the assisted living community We also have 2 levels of memory care. You can come down, we're open for tours if you want to come take a peek at us. We're doing a cooking class today. It's our Watermark University cooking class. We're doing a lasagna Alfredo. It's a white chicken lasagna Alfredo. And we're gonna get started. So these are all the ingredients, not a lot. So this is very easy. So the first thing you do, you open up your jar of Alfredo sauce. You have your pan here. This is my lasagna pan. You pour a little bit in the bottom of it. That will make sure the noodles don't stick. So I'm gonna pour a little bit in the bottom, and then I take a spoon, and I just mix it around. And I try to cover the whole bottom. So it's all covered. After that, in a medium bowl, I use big bowls, combine the chicken and a jar of Alfredo sauce. So I use a pre-cooked chicken. You can use a rotisserie chicken for a nice shortcut. You can make your own chicken breast. So this one calls for 3 cooked chicken breasts. So for 3 chicken breasts, I buy 2 bags. So I'm gonna cut it up and dice it in little slices. And once you cut all this chicken into little squares, bite-sized pieces, you're gonna put it in the bowl and mix it with 1 jar of the Alfredo sauce. So I take my chicken, I'm gonna put it in my bowl, and you pour a jar of Alfredo. I use a little bit out of that one, so I'm going to open up a fresh one, but we're gonna use that one also. I always pop the bottom of it. There you go. So you pour the whole jar in there. So you cover the whole chicken with the Alfredo. And you mix it all up. So that is gonna be one of the layers. In your other bowl, your spinach and your ricotta, and you mix that up. So I have, it's a 10-ounce frozen package of spinach. You defrost it, and you have to squeeze out the water, so it looks like this after. There's a lot of water in that, so you take that out. So now you're going to take the ricotta, and it's 2 pints, which is about half of this. This is a big one. And you're gonna put it with your spinach. You're gonna mix it up, and that is gonna be another layer also. You gotta mix it up pretty good. The spinach will come apart a little bit. Mix it all around. Here you go. So then it's all mixed together, and this is gonna be one of your layers also. So the next step, you take your lasagna noodles. Now these are no-bake noodles, no boil noodles. So instead of boiling the noodles, these are no boil. You just go ahead. Yeah, it's kind of a nice little shortcut. So the first layer, you put down, they look like this. So you're gonna layer the first layer down like this. Sometimes you can overlap them if they won't all fit. Usually you do 4. So it looks like this. It's gonna slide down a little bit. And because they're not boiled, when they cook, they're gonna expand and fill the whole pan. So your first layer, you take your chicken and Alfredo mixture, and I'm gonna use half of this because we're gonna make a couple different layers. And you spoon it right on top. Try to get it covered all your noodles. So I'm gonna take about half. I would say that's about half. So it looks like this. And then I'm gonna pour a little bit more Alfredo sauce on top of it. You do about a cup of cheese, and you kind of shake it all over. This is mozzarella, and it looks like this. So this is your first layer. Now you take your noodles again, do another layer, but these, so you're gonna become a little artist. This is my favorite part. I get a spoon, and you're gonna paint. That's what I call it. You paint the spinach and the ricotta right on here. So I take the back of my spoon and I spread it like this. So this is gonna be a layer too. I try to do an even layer on the top. And there's one. Now you do 4 just like that. So now that is one of your layers. And you can make this as big as you want. If you want to make just 3 layers of noodles, if you want to make 4 layers of noodles, you can keep building it up. We're going to do one more. This is your Alfredo sauce. You're going to pour it just to cover it a little bit. Pour it on, and then I'm going to spread it. So we're going to do another layer. Actually, I think we could do 2 more layers. This one is going to have the chicken, so you just put it right down. And you pour the rest of your chicken Alfredo mixture right on top of it. If you have any vegetarians, you could not do the chicken. You can leave the chicken out. Sometimes I make it with mushrooms because I love mushrooms. So I'm putting the last of the chicken in here, trying to cover it up a little bit. A little more of your Alfredo. Do a nice little layer of cheese. All right, and we're gonna do one more. So we're going to do the spinach and ricotta mixture again. All right. So this is gonna be your top layer. We're gonna put Alfredo sauce and cheese, and we're gonna call it a day. So you can see a little bit right here how thick it is. There's a lot of layers. This one is 4 layers. So you pour your Alfredo sauce right on top. You want to pour a good amount to cover it. Now you're going to put your rest of your cheese on the top. So halfway through, I usually set my oven for 350. All right, and that is it. You set your oven for 350 and you put it in the oven for 50 minutes to an hour until the top is getting a little golden brown and a little bubbly. And so what it looks like, I have a made one over here. This also started out pretty high like that one. And that's the lasagna.
Oh, wow.
So that is an Alfredo lasagna with chicken, spinach, and ricotta.
Wow.
It smells good, doesn't it? I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you.
Thank you.
On January 15th, Police Chief Jeff D'Alessio retired. As a way to thank him for all of his work here in East Long Meadow, the community came out for a goodbye drive-through. My spinning seems to be taking off. Here at the COA, despite the pandemic, we are still finding creative ways to get together and have fun. So be sure to check out our monthly newsletter and our Facebook page to see all the happenings here at the COA.
Have a good, healthy New Year. Let's hope this is a good year. I hope everybody's healthy in 2021. Stay well, stay healthy. New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Love you. Okay, guys. 21 will be better.
We hope that you enjoyed our January episode and be on the lookout for our next episode in February.
If you ever would like to be a part of our show, be sure to reach out to us. Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!